Join me, I am the leader of non-shareholders. Gachagua is the leader of shareholders from today. And I'm saying there will be two groups in Mount Kenya. One led by Gachagua, the shareholders, the other led by Wairia. And
ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Tension is very high in Muranga County over Azimio's rally and town hall meetings, which is supposed to take place tomorrow. Yesterday, Mwangi Wairia, who is a former governor for Muranga County and who is also the organizer of the event, notified the police about their intention to hold the town hall meeting.
Raila Odinga will be here, the Azimio leadership will be here, and we're inviting everybody at Mothers Union, and we're also going to have an engagement in town, and we want to hear what people are saying. We want to hear what is their input. What should we do with these Gachaguas and shareholders? Are we going to relocate them from Kenya so that we have ships brought by United Nations and buses, and then might be we get removed from this country and might be go to Tanzania or another campsite? What are we going to do? Or are we then going to then, if they insist that they're the shareholders, then we split this country into two. Shareholders country, that is the Kenya Kwanza Limited, and the Republic of Kenya, made up of non-shareholders. Because what they have done is that they have replaced Article 1, that we the people, the sovereign nation of Kenya, with Companies Act, whereby Kenya is supposed to be led like a company.
But today, the police, citing orders from above, have said no meeting will be allowed in Muranga County tomorrow because according to them, they are busy, they'll be engaged elsewhere, and therefore they've cancelled that particular rally and town hall meeting. But Mwangi Wairia is insisting that that meeting is going to proceed.
Tomorrow, we have a very serious meeting in Muranga town. It's a stakeholders meeting at Mothers Union, whereby we are engaging with members of public, and the meeting will be graced by Azimio readers led by Raila Odinga and myself, Mother Karoa, Jeremiah Kioni, Eugene Wamarwa, Kalonzo Musyoka, and all the other readers, including all of them. Now, we hear that after we presented the letter, and the letter was received, that the commander, Muranga police commander, has today said that he has rejected the meeting because his police officers are occupied tomorrow. First of all, I want to tell the police officers that we were not seeking for permission. According to the constitution, we are not supposed to seek for permission from police. It's like people going for a church service, and then the policemen are telling them that they need to give them permission. As we are politicians, we don't need any permission from any police officer. However, for the sake of courtesy, we informed them, and they started saying that they have rejected. I want to tell the police that we were not asking for permission from them. I've already discussed with Baba. The meeting is on. All Azimio readers have confirmed, and I want to tell Muranga residents and other non-shareholders that the meeting will be on tomorrow. Light to assemble is a light, and I want to warn them that if they interfere with the meeting tomorrow, then we shall face them head on.
And the biggest question which Kenyans are asking, why would the government of William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua decide to deny Raila Odinga and Azimio brigades the authority or the permit or the permission to hold their rally in the mountain? Because let's face it, if William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua are not scared, why are they stopping Raila Odinga and Azimio from holding this particular rally? So in this video, I want us to look at why Kenya Kwanza are scared, and probably the reason why they don't want this particular rally to proceed. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now, let us get back to the main issue, and I want to be a bit brief. And by the way, if you ask me, William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua and Kenya Kwanza are actually falling right into the trap which has been laid for them by Raila Amolo Odinga. Why am I saying so? I'm saying so because constitutionally, picketing or town hall meetings are part of the rights which Kenyans enjoy. So when you use the police to deny Azimio their right to picket or to even hold town hall meetings in your own home county, what are you telling them? What are you telling the country? What message are you passing to the international community? But let us not get into that. Let us focus on probably the reasons why they don't want this meeting to take place. Number one, there is this narrative which Kenya Kwanza succeeded in portraying, that Azimio rallies and demonstrations were actually tribal. That the engagements which Azimio were conducting across the country were Luo affair. So they would not want anything which will portray the rallies as being supported by other communities. That's why this particular engagement activity in Muranga, they are not willing to allow it to happen. Because assuming it were to happen, already Mwangi wa area is mobilizing heavily for this particular rally. Because remember, Mwangi wa area wants to be the kingpin, but he has decided that for him, he's going to use this other route of Azimio. So he would want a situation where tomorrow the hall will be full. If they're going to have roadside rallies, they are going to be full. So he's really engaging in a massive mobilization. What if tomorrow the event turns out to be successful? Will you brand those people as Luos? Because they have this habit, like when there were successful rallies in Nakuru, they claimed that Luos were really transported from Kisumu to Nakuru. When the rallies were successful in Eldoret, they claimed that the event actually targeted regions which were predominantly dominated by the Luos. They can't make those kind of claims in Muranga. So the only solution for them is to block or to stop the rallies from proceeding. So the fact that these guys were branding these Azimio rallies and engagements as tribal, as Luo affair, they would not want any success outside what they call the Luo. Number two, Azimio are embarking on the second round of engagement. Muranga is definitely going to be the second place because over the weekend they were in Kamukunji. So the next stop is going to be Muranga. If they were to go to Muranga and the turnout is huge, then it means they are going to gain momentum for round two. So that the next time they'll be going to Nyeri, probably the same thing. The next time they'll be going to Eldoret, probably the same thing. So these people would not allow Azimio's rallies to gain momentum. That is the thing. They don't want these rallies to get momentum. They can only stop them. Because when you tell people that there will be no rally, what do you expect people to do? Most people would be scared to attend the event if there were such plans. Even those who had the purpose to attend will say they are not sure whether to attend or not. Even you who is watching this video right now, you are not sure whether that rally and town hall meeting will proceed as earlier planned. So the thing is, the idea is to lower the momentum so that people will turn out, people will not be excited the way they would have wanted, and then that momentum will go down. Before Raila Odinga began his nationwide engagement rallies, his first rally was in Nakuru. The turnout was so huge, and that turnout is basically what kick-started the whole thing. Number three, let us also not lie to ourselves that a lot is happening in the mountain from the background as far as Mount Kenya Kingpin is concerned. Who is Mount Kenya Kingpin as we speak right now? You can say that it's Uhuru Kenyatta, but Uhuru Kenyatta's term in office ended and is not supposed to be in politics. then you will come and conclude that that person is Rigathi Gachagua, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. But Rigathi Gachagua is receiving serious setback from the mountain. He has failed to unite the mountain, and there are those who are not comfortable with him. Moses Kuria is doing his things there. Ndindi Nyoro doing his things there. Mwangi wa Iria is now also doing his things, basically to win the support of the mountain so that they can become the kingpin. But who hold power right now? Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua is a former DO. And as a former DO who worked under Moi, he knows how to deal with people. He knows how to use provincial administration to thwart this kind of events. So in my view, I tend to think that it's Rigathi Gachagua who is directly influencing the police not to allow this activity to happen in the mountain, because it's going to interfere with his position as Mount Kenya kingpin. Number 4 is the growing rebellion in the mountain. That is something which is now happening. There are people in Kenya Kwanza who voted for Ruto in the mountain. They are no longer comfortable with this government, especially after the raid of Uhuru Kenyatta's farm in Ruiru. So the worry is, if this rally were to be allowed to proceed without any interference, how many leaders will join it, especially from the mountain? Because, of course, the other headache William Ruto is currently facing is that these Azimio rallies are attracting more people. The other day you saw Murithi, the rich Murithi attending, you saw Mwangi wa Iria. Maybe others are likely to join. And because of that growing rebellion, joining Azimio would then be the easiest things for them to do. It will be easier to mobilize people who are dissatisfied with their government to turn out and join you. That is one thing these guys don't want to happen. In fact, if there is indeed growing rebellion in the mountain, and then Raila Odinga shows up, what do you think is going to happen? The other day, I explained to you guys how William Ruto is actually losing the grip of the mountain. When he was in Kiambu, his convoy was passing, people were not bothered. I read comments on this platform and I laughed really hard, because there are those who are telling me that, Lee, Kiambu people are farmers, they were in the farms. How do you say people were in the farms, but these people were on the roadside? It's only that they were not bothered. And lastly, I think Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto are just scared. They have a known fear about these Azimio rallies. Because remember, in the mountain, Maina Njenga is also doing his things. Now you add to this Azimio. This is exactly how William Ruto started in the mountain. People thought there was no way the mountain would support Ruto. In fact, I remember so well when Ruto began his journey in the mountain, so many people, including those who were in ODM by that time, believed that he's wasting his time, that there was no way the Kikuyus were going to vote for him. So for me, I'm looking at Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua as people who are scared with these kind of schemes by people like the former Muranga governor, Mwangi wa Iria. It begins like this, then it can turn into a huge movement. So they have that fear. So they are not going to allow it. So let us wait and see how things are going to turn out, because I'm sure Raila Odinga will tomorrow attend this event. But I predict two things. The first thing I predict is that Azimio brigades will go here, but they are going to be heckled and probably chased. Why? Rigathi Gachagua is going to organize goons against them if they proceed. And that's why they are withdrawing the permit. And number two, I'm also seeing a situation where some leaders will be scared to attend the event. Thank you, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.